welcome to this edition of the Who's Who in Guyana Business Show. And I'm Dr. Vishnu Doerga here with you as usual, your host, to share with you information about so many business opportunities, business education, of course, and to introduce you to companies across Guyana that are really ensuring that they deliver to the best of their abilities. Now, I did want to give you a update with what's happening with the HerVenture business education app. Over the past week, we have actually surpassed 2,000 downloads of the app, and we've seen a really massive spike in the persons doing their lessons on the app and really getting that information that allows them to either start a business or run their existing business much more efficiently and effectively. And I know that you hear these words efficiently and effectively pretty often. I would like to maybe help you a little bit with that. Efficiently means doing something with the least amount of resources, so not wasting any resources. And effectively means actually getting the result that you set out for. Because we do have persons who do things efficiently, so they really minimize on everything, but they never get to the result. And then we have some persons who really are inefficient. They spend like crazy and they do get to the result, but it might cost them a lot more than they intended. So that's why we always have a balance that we want to strike between being efficient, so using the least amount of resources possible, and being effective, actually getting the result that you are aiming for. I trust that that in itself is a little bit of an education that can help you. We have more and more people actually completing all the modules on the app, and that is absolutely fantastic. And we were actually visited in the office by two of these persons, and I'll have you hear from them very shortly. They not only were able to get their certificate of completion, they were also able to get their very own HerVenture mug. So if you don't have your mug as yet, please make sure that you are in the process of getting your lessons done, so you can also make sure that you get one. So even after we're finished with the HerVenture app, you have something to remember this program by. Now, as I mentioned, we did have two very special guests, and our first guest was Michelle Madramutu, and we were also visited by our second guest, which is Ms. Rochelle Williamson. So I'll let you hear from them on their experience with the app, and I'd encourage you as well to ensure that you get the app downloaded as quickly as possible. We'll be actively ensuring that persons have access to the app until February, and of course, the app is going to remain active after that. After we get back from these two pieces of feedback, I'll also share another announcement with you that's going to be very exciting. So let's hear from Michelle, and then we'll hear from Rochelle.
Good morning, all. My name is Michelle Machimutu. I'm from the ancient county of Borbies, directly Rosaltown. I would have heard about our venture by doing Care for the Elderly and Sick course at the St. Francis Community Developers. First thing to begin with, it was an awesome time studying, going through the app online. I would have learned bookkeeping. I would have learned how to develop yourself in terms of business and having people see you as a female and as a businesswoman. The best module is profit for my business, enhancing my customers. I would, especially enhancing my customer, I would like give tokens, because coming here and having a token, it's a different feeling because you're being appreciated. And in terms of having customer, you would have customer coming into your business, but they're not recognized. So I would begin by recognizing my value customer. So that they could have the same feelings and have the business grow from one level to another.
My name is Russia Williamson. I am 23 years old. I am from Golden Grove on the west coast of Berbice. I heard about the HerVenture app due to a childcare program that I attended, and it's been great and I enjoyed it. During my learning process, I've learned that it helps to build businesses, it helps you to expand business, and it is great for us females that will be able to be better at what we are about to proceed in. My best module was expanding businesses and accessing businesses. Doing businesses, we need to not only stick at one way, but we should also learn in getting our business around to each area or around the world, so that people will hear and learn about whatsoever you're about to do. I would take what I've learned into practice, because our Venture app teaches you everything that you need to know about expanding a business. So while doing each step that it takes to expand business, I've learned a lot, so it will be easy for me when I'm ready to expand my dream business. Well, I would not only recommend the app for female entrepreneurs, but I'll also recommend it for those who want to expand their business. It also helps us females to have a high self-esteem of ourselves, so that we will be women of the world.
Welcome to HerVenture, the Foundation's mobile learning app for women entrepreneurs. As you can see here, this is one of the lessons that is offered as part of our Launching a Business learning track. Users can navigate the business training content through swipe cards. As you can see here, business knowledge is also contextualized within a case study that is consistently incorporated throughout the learning tracks across HerVenture. The case study features a woman entrepreneur who owns her own coffee shop, and it helps users contextualize what they're learning and applying it to a real business scenario. As users go through the app, they're also asked a series of questions to help test how well they've understood the content shared previously in the lesson. Sometimes the answers are asked in sort of true and false, and other times it's presented through a swipe option. Additionally, the questions encourage women entrepreneurs to reflect on how the content that they're learning can also be applied to their business, to their products, and to their own ideas and aspirations for where they want to take their business in the future. Similarly, the cards help to contextualize these business aspirations in the same way that the women entrepreneur who's featured in the case study shares her aspirations for the business. As users progress through the module, they are encouraged to reflect on what they've learned and are asked a series of questions to ensure that they understood the content earlier in the lesson. Depending on their response, they're provided with an explanation as to why their selected response was or wasn't correct. Towards the end of each lesson, the app again encourages reflection and provides a summary of what types of resources will be needed in order to execute what was learned within this lesson. The lessons throughout the app always end with an opportunity for women entrepreneurs to create a checklist. Through this checklist, users are able to indicate what they still need to do in their business based on what they learned in the lesson. This checklist is then saved as the user's customized to-do list. They can then revisit this to-do list as required and update it accordingly to reflect the progress that they've made in applying what they've learned throughout the app to their business. Here we're going to show you a little bit about the social functions of the app. Women often report that they feel that they're playing a game as they're gaining business skills through HerVenture because of the tokens that you can earn. One way you can earn tokens is through the social function, by searching for other women entrepreneurs through the directory and also engaging and reaching out to other women entrepreneurs directly through their profile. Although you can earn tokens through this social function, the best way to earn tokens is through the learning, and that involves completing the different lessons throughout HerVenture. This token section provides users with a summary of how they can earn tokens and also better understand how many tokens they can expect to receive at each level and for each type of activity. In addition to learning, there's also an opportunity to earn tokens by completing your profile and having a significant learning streak. To learn more about HerVenture, please visit herventure.org.
There you had an overview as well of the HerVenture app, showing you how easy it is to use the app so that you can really benefit from all this knowledge that is being shared with you. We also heard from Rochelle and Michelle, and as you would notice, they're both from Region 6. Our team has been crisscrossing the country, meeting with so many women entrepreneurs or women who are interested in learning skills that will allow them to start their own business. And we even had a networking event as well for the HerVenture participants, and so that not only do they learn from the app, we also bring them together in one place where they can get some more business education, they can network with each other, they can learn from each other, and that has really been beneficial to them. The next HerVenture networking event and business education event is actually on Friday, the 17th of December at 4 p.m. So if you are interested, if you are already using HerVenture, or you would like to get some help getting it set up on your device and getting some education around it, make sure that you check our Facebook pages or call the office at 223-5583 so that you can get registered and get a spot, so that you can secure a spot on Friday, the 17th of December at 4 p.m. I must tell you that within a week, we will be announcing that another partner will be joining us. And this partner here has really seen the growth that we've had in the past 2 months. Can you imagine that? Just 2 months to get to over 2,000 downloads. And they want to assist us by making sure that we get the app in even more hands. So you'll see that announcement coming up very soon. And that announcement will also allow us to be in the regions a lot more frequently. So our entire team is really looking forward to that development. Now, again, as you look at the show, keep an eye out for the QR code, and all you need to do is take your phone and open up the camera, point it to the screen, and you'll see a message will pop up that will allow you to do the download. I'm now going to be joined by Ms. Rodlyn Semple, and she's going to be talking to us about the process of documenting an internal audit plan. Right, as you know, that part of our show is to ensure that all of us here become very aware of how we take our business to the next level. And we need to get very excited about all these activities so that we don't see them as something that is an additional task. It's something that will really move you to the next level. So let's hear from Rodlyn.
Thank you, Dr. Doerga. Our topic will focus on what is an audit plan or internal audit plan. For those of you who are implementing the requirements for Section 9.2 internal audit, an audit plan is an important documented information. So what is an audit plan? An audit plan is basically telling you how this audit is going to be conducted. And it basically outlines what is the audit scope. So the scope can cover marketing, it can cover customer service. It also tells us what is the objective. In a previous recording, I would have indicated that the audit objective is what you would like to accomplish from the audit. And basically, your audit objective should be geared towards these 3 areas. Number 1, identifying or determining the level of conformance of your organization to its own quality management system, the level of conformity or conformance of your management system to the standard. and also to find out how effective is it. Your internal audit plan should indicate the audit period. And this is key because I noticed that many audits are conducted, but you do not take into perspective the audit period. And a point of note is that 3 months is the minimum because you need records to be generated. So your audit period definitely will guide you. Also need to identify who are the auditors and who are the auditee. Your audit plan should specifically indicate how you are going to conduct this audit over a 2-day period. For example, we're going to audit marketing, but then for marketing, we're going to look at the competence of persons. We're going to look at how they maintain documented information. So let's say, for example, that the audit commences at 9 hours and it ends at 15 hours. Your audit plan should indicate at 9 hours, we're going to have our opening meeting. At 10 hours, we're going to look at a specific clause. From 11 to 12, we're going to look at another area. You should also indicate on your audit plan instances where there's a lunch break. You also include whether or not you're going to have what we call it an in-camera meeting. This is basically a meeting whereby the auditors meet to agree on the findings and also to review their progress. For further information on how you can develop an audit plan that meets the requirements of the standard, give us a call on telephone number 501-0110 or send an email at iso@actioninvest.org.
Camille's Academy Inc. We are the premier provider for private education in Guyana, and through our mission, our excellent team delivers a well-balanced curriculum that integrates technology and innovation to our educational programs to inspire children to reach their highest levels of success. Enroll now for nursery, primary, and secondary level. Check us out at any one of our 4 locations or contact us today. Camille's Academy Inc. Be inspired to innovate.
401 Furniture Store's showroom has furniture for the entire home. Furnish your living room, your dining room, your kitchen, and your bedroom. Also get that appliance that matches your style. Come fall in love at our showroom located at Lot 4, Monrepo North, right on the public road. Call us on 220-8107 or WhatsApp on 672-1881. Get more without paying more when you shop at 401 Furniture Store.
Tired of battery problems? Frustrate yourself no more. Reward your vehicle with power, innovation, and style with its sealed, maintenance-free calcium alloy plates, advanced technological build, and rigid testing processes. Platinum Batteries delivers every time. Get 2 years warranty and fast after-sales services. Available at all auto retailing stores countrywide. Imported and distributed by Caribbean Motor Spares. 174 Zeeluck Public Road, East Bank, Essequibo. Telephone 609-7621, 502-3171. Get your Platinum Battery now. Platinum Batteries, power of your journey.
During the breaks, you're also seeing the photos from the launch of the Who's Doing Guyana Business Directory. Right behind me, you can actually see the cover of the 2022 edition. It's now in full swing in terms of distribution. I know that the team actually distributed quite a lot on the Essequibo coast over the last week. So if you are on the Essequibo coast, check with the new Jaigobin Hotel or the Chamber of Commerce in Essequibos to get your copies, especially if you're a business owner and you're looking to see what's happening in various sectors in Guyana. I would encourage you to make sure you grab a copy. If at any point in time you really need a copy, but it's not available in your area, check with our office at 120 Parade Street in Kingston to get your own free copy and really learn about the leading companies in Guyana. Now, talking about the leading companies in Guyana, these companies don't just get there overnight or by some magic. What they do is that they get very, very clear on their vision, and then they ensure that they train their team accordingly. Because if you're not training your team, how do you expect them to deliver at the level that is required today and at the level that the market will require them to perform at tomorrow? So ensure that you get your team trained as well. We have Coach Prem, who's going to be talking to us about financial management and the next set of workshops that are coming up that will really allow persons to understand financial management from a really practical perspective. Another announcement that will be coming up in another week or so is the launch of our learning management system. And with the learning management system, persons will now be able to learn at their own pace. We are launching 137 courses that persons will have access to. And I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek so that you can see how all of this really works. You'll be able to actually be at the comfort of your own computer. And now, of course, your company can ensure that they make this available to yourself and to the other persons in your company as well. You can learn more on our website, actioninvest.org. And when you visit actioninvest.org, you will see our corporate training modules. You can find that at actioninvest.org/corporate training. And you will find training under all the headings. And of course, our learning management system will have 137 modules. Now, we have courses under administrative skills, career development, human resources, supervisors and managers. Now, for these courses, you will notice that if we were to do them with you in person, they can be done over a half day. Let's say, for example, employee onboarding. And here we can see all the modules that need to be covered under employee onboarding. We have a half-day version, which is an overview, a lighter version of this course, and then the full-day version, where we have the full course plus all the activities that are required. But now, because of us launching the learning management system, there are companies who may not want to have or don't have 10 or 15 people, or we don't have a group that's all together. Now companies will actually be able to just have 1 or 2 persons undergo the training. And you wouldn't imagine the cost that we've been able to do this at. It's a fraction of the cost that the company would actually have to invest in if they had wanted us to just train a few people. You know, simple things like office politics for managers, how to deal with office politics in organizations. Then we have areas like personal development, sales and marketing, of course, a really big area because all companies have products that they need to bring to the market. We also have workplace essentials. And something that persons have been asking us for a very long time is our Microsoft Office training, because many of the persons who are in our organizations are actually self-taught when it comes to these particular skills. We have courses in Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, Word. So wouldn't it be fantastic if your team members were actually trained in the Microsoft skills that will allow them to perform that much better? And then we have workplace essentials. Workplace essentials, all about customer service. Cybersecurity is another big one. How do we make sure that our persons or team members aren't exposing the organization to any harm? So what you can do is go to this specific page that you can find on the training at our website at actioninvest.org. And it will really allow you to understand all the training that is available to you and really get you and your company on the way to a much higher return on investment, a much more educated workforce. And I'd encourage you to test it out, reach out to the office if you have a very large company and you really want to make sure, is this really something for us? Reach out. We may even be able to set up a demo for you. And all the courses are certified. We are an ISO certified company in both training and coaching. And these are courses that are done at a global level. For every single one of the courses as well, there are online quizzes and assignments and testing that has to be done. And the participants will be scored. So you'll see on their certificate the score that they got for that specific course. So I'd encourage you, make full use of this. At Action Invest, we continue ensuring that we really deliver at the highest level. And again, you also have the option of attending our courses in person. And as I mentioned before, Coach Prem will now be sharing with us the importance of financial management and how you can benefit from learning more about that. Coach Prem.
And thank you, Dr. Doerga. As we continue our conversation on our seminar club modules, we're on to Finance Rich. And Finance Rich is such a pivotal or such an important part of our businesses. We need to be able to understand our numbers. These are the lifeblood of our business. We need to be able to understand how cash or how our finances is flowing throughout our businesses. So as we will have our conversation on our finance training or our finance rich module, we'll be talking about profits and how important it is to be able to understand the profits that we are getting and understand the difference when it comes to cash as well. Because for me in business, I found myself in at one time, just going through the ropes. And it's about, just we find ourselves just going through the day-to-day operations of our business, and we're not aware of how many profits we make, what's the profit number. We're just aware of the cash and the amount of money that is coming in. But the important thing here is for us to be able to understand what is the returns that we're getting, what are the profitability, is the business profitable? And to be able to have a profitable business, we must understand the cash gap. The cash gap is so important for us to understand our credit limits and how we are managing those credit limits throughout our business. Also, we will discuss strategies, how you can be able to shorten that cash gap so that you can be able to be liquid within your business and you're not feeling pressured from suppliers, you're not pressured to pay your bills and so forth. It's important as well that you set KPIs, and KPIs are so important. We have goals that we want to be able to achieve, but we haven't really taken the time to break those goals into manageable goals and manageable numbers that we can be able to reach daily or hourly. So it's understanding what are those numbers and how important those numbers are to be able to motivate and to generate income within our business. It's important as well as business owners that we understand the importance of margin. We often look at giving discounts and benefiting from, giving discounts to our customers so that we can be able to get the sale. But we don't understand how important it is to understand how much we're actually getting and how is that affecting our business. How are the discounts that we're giving, how is that affecting our business? Understanding as well variable and our fixed expenses. And those reporting that we need to be able to understand our income statement and our balance sheet. Understanding how to calculate your break even. It's so important for us to be able to understand break even. I remember at one point in time, we didn't understand what it meant to break even. And as we got that number, we're able to set targets to be able to achieve. And we knew when we broke even, so that we understand that our costs are covered, so that anything afterwards, we are making profits. So it's very important as a business owner that you understand your numbers and how they are flowing through your business. Additionally, you'll learn about budgeting and reporting, your cash flow statement, management accounts that you look at regularly to be able to make decisions so that you are reaching your goals. Some accounting terminologies and ratios that helps you to be able to understand from a global perspective or from a bigger perspective how your business is actually operating. So finance is a very important part of your understanding as a business owner as you look to grow and to develop your business. So book a spot today. We have our sessions on December the 2nd and the 9th. Call us at 223-5583. I'll see you then.
There you heard from Coach Prim on the upcoming finance training. So if you yourself as a business owner or your accountant, and let me tell you that, when accountants sit in the class, even though they may have done this in the past, it's really a refresher as well. And it allows them to understand what we as Action Coach believe are the very important numbers to keep their eyes on. What you also heard is the importance of making use of sessions like this. And we'll now hear from Ms. Shelly Nohar of Target Logistics, who actually joined one of our complimentary sessions nearly 4 or 5 years ago, and the progress she has made. So let's hear from Shelly.
My name is Shelly Nohar, and I am the CEO of Target Logistics Inc. Actually started out 10 years ago this November as Target Shipping. As a small business operated by myself, I started it from the front and back seats of my car, using my mom's kitchen and the floor to sort out packages. And after that, we moved to Avenue Republic, where I shared an office space with somebody who realized I needed assistance. And from there, I started to receive correspondence from ActionCOACH. And during that time, I attended the free seminars because I was working on a budget and the business was growing. And also, back then, I was a celebrated one-man band. I was doing everything myself. Later on in business, I realized that that was the reason why I was not growing. In 2018, I was given a really fantastic opportunity to partner with the ActionCOACH team to grow my business. And that opportunity really, I would say, 10x me. And because of that, I was able to apply my knowledge, my growing knowledge now, to grow Target Logistics. We're now located on Camp Street. We are a team of 7 and growing. We are able to serve customers. We have partnered with a warehouse in Miami, and because of this partnership, we're able to move cargo for Guyanese customers around the Netherlands, Europe, some parts of China, some parts of the Caribbean, and Guyana. What we are best known for, I would say right now, that we really can offer and are really offering customers our air cargo and ocean cargo system. We do 2 flights every single week out of Miami into Guyana. We do ocean cargo that sails every week, which arrives here. We offer the full clearance process from when the cargo leaves Miami all the way to the customer's doorstep. It's a full service actually. In addition to that, we are also best known for our free consolidation service. This is where you, the customers, get to tell us when and how to ship your cargo, because they're being shipped in various packages at various different times. So we're gonna wait until you tell us when to ship, because one of the ways our customers have told us that they would have benefit is because the consolidation actually helps them to save a lot of money, because it comes in one shipment as a whole. Another way our customers really love and respect us is because of our timely updates. We're known for providing updates when there are delays and not delays, and our honest updates. Sometimes we make a mistake, or sometimes the airline does not ship the cargo or is delayed for whatever reason. We respect your time, we respect your business and your commitment, so we provide you an update so you know exactly what's going on with your cargo. So in the event of an emergency, you can make alternative arrangements. I am proud of, as a company, because of the systems we are putting in place, our growth mindsets. We are a team of young people who are dynamic, and we are persons who we embrace change. We work towards change, and we're very service oriented. We believe that providing the best service is what Guyanese need right now, is what we need, and we are providing that service to our customers. And we're also working every single day to better ourselves so that we can continue to better the level of service that we provide to our Guyanese customers. One big benefit of being supported by ActionCOACH Guyana is using systems. What I have found is that when challenges do occur internally, And after I would have examined why, it almost every single time comes down to a part of the system that needs updating or a part that we did not think about. So what I've learned from Action Coach is to really have every single system documented, communicated to the team, and enforced. And this starts from when they enter the gate. Every single thing is documented, and it starts from the opening of the door to come in. And it also addresses what happens when they leave, because this business has to really function without me. And that is the goal, and that is what we're working towards. And being part of the Action Coach team, they have really identified my vision, and they're helping me to grow into that and to make it a reality for me and my business. What our Guyanese can look forward to from us would be our continuous growth and our ability to reach all areas, most areas of Guyana. We recently opened our Barbados branch. This is enable us to reach our Barbados customers, new customers, and existing customers faster. They're able to receive their cargo in their neighborhood. It's reducing the cost, it's reducing the time, because this was a challenge in the past. We have an agent in Essequibo. We're also working on getting our Linden agent or branch up. Then we will be expanding to other parts of the areas, because we are receiving requests from persons who live outside of the main parts of how they can get their cargo. And we are also working on being able to move cargo for small packages among countries in the Caribbean, because right now we're doing it for large shipments, which is easy. However, almost every single day we receive requests. Can this box go to my family in Barbados? Can it go to my family in St. Vincent? I have something internet that needs to come to Guyana. We are working on something like that so that everybody can benefit from our shipping service.
Good to distribution. It is our vision to be the most consistent and reliable importers and distributors of high-quality products. We are a team of committed and passionate individuals who are licensed and certified by the manufacturers to bring you the best products from around the world. We are the distributors of Cabisa Energy Drink, which comes in 3 types. Additionally, we distribute fluffy, ultra-soft bathroom tissue. Good to Group, let our services be your advantage.
This evening, I would love to touch on a very, very important topic, and this is networking. As a professional, as a business professional, networking is one of the top skills that you can add to your repertoire that can result in you reaching your goals faster and forming those mutually beneficial relationships between yourself and the person or company that you're networking with. In building these professional networks, it allows you to create and foster partnerships that, in my opinion, can really add to your net worth. And this is testimony to the statement that your network determines your net worth. So I want to share with you very quickly 3 tips you can use to improve your networking capacity. Number 1, I would encourage you to develop a networking strategy when you are attending these sessions. That strategy is like your game plan, your blueprint. For example, it could be, how many persons would I like to speak to when I'm going or I'm attending the event? As a matter of fact, which networking events should I even attend in the first place? From that, you can then determine, out of those persons that I'm going to meet, how many of them I would like to turn out into a follow-up meeting thereafter. And this brings us to point number 2. It is important that when we are in these networking events, that we pay attention and we listen very keenly to the person we are interacting with, and that will help us to determine if they can be mutual benefit for both parties. And secondly, what is the preferred or the best method to follow up with that person after the networking event? And of course, tip number 3, it is important that in developing the skill, first of all, of networking, that you are consistent in attending networking events. And the more you're able to practice, is the better you actually become. So my encouragement to you out there as a professional and to grow yourself and to grow your business or your organization, networking is a key skill that can help you to get there faster. To learn more about this particular skill and other educational nuggets, you can give us a call on 223-5583, and one of our team members will be more than willing to guide you on how you can be a part of what we do here at Action Coach Guyana. Looking forward to those calls. See you on the next episode.
Welcome back. There you had a very packed show this evening, and for those of you watching on social media, I would encourage you to ensure that you share this recording as well with your friends, your family that can benefit from all the information that was shared today, and so that persons can benefit from downloading the app. They can benefit from understanding the businesses that are serving Guyana. They can benefit from all the education that was shared on this particular show. Final words, because we had such a packed show, is to ensure that you keep focused on what your goals are in life. I think the easiest way for you to understand your purpose is to imagine for a second that you had all the money in the world and just about 2 years left to live. What would you commit your life to? All the money in the world, only a few years to live. What would you commit your life to? For some of you, this answer is really clear, really fast. For some of you, you'll need to think about this. So write down that question so that you can discover your purpose as well, because when you do understand your purpose, there's so much more energy that will go into your day-to-day life. Now, I trust this was useful. I would encourage you as well to ensure that there will be people along the way who will support you. Some will do it positively, wholeheartedly. Some of them will do it with other motives in mind. They might want to take credit that really doesn't belong to them, but that speaks more about them than it does about you. Always ensure that you are the bigger person. Thank them for the contribution that they did make and move on. Remember, you have a big purpose in your life. Make sure that you work towards fulfilling that purpose. I'm Dr. Vishnu Doerga, as always, very happy to invest time with you here every Tuesday evening and throughout the week on social media. Be sure to reach out to us for anything that you saw on the show this evening, and have a fantastic rest of the week.